Garvey, who died in 1940. 1940, it says lie on the right side of the cross 40, and 1940 is the year Marcus Garvey died. And so we remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. And when we add 7710 plus 1940, we get 9650, which is a representation of 1965. 1965 is the year that Malcolm X was crucified. So when we know the right side of the cross, we also prove the left side of the cross. We also prove the left side of the cross, Malcolm X. So we have both of them together, the right side and the left side, proven by answering the question, who is the right hand of the Most High? And the answer is Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who was born August the 17th, 1887, which is to say that his zodiac is the lion, Leo. Leo, he's Leo the lion, August 17th, 1887. The other text within the Quran that helps demonstrate Marcus Garvey is found in the Quran, chapter 74, verse 51. And it simply says, among other things, but it says, flee from a lion. Flee from a lion. Lion. Now, when we take 74:51 in the Quran, flee from a lion, chapter 74, verse 51, and when we multiply 74 times 51 equals 3774. And we divide 3774 in half, 1887. 1887 plus 1887 equals 3774. And 74 times 51, chapter 74 times 51 verse in the Quran, with subject flee the lion, is in reference to Marcus Garvey. You see, there are several very important ways of proving Marcus Garvey in prophecy. And one of the other key pieces of evidence is found in the book of Hosea 11 and 10. The book of Hosea 11 and 10. They shall walk after the Lord. He shall roar like a lion. When he shall roar, then the children shall tremble from the west. When the lion roars, the children shall tremble in the west. Again, it is the lion that occupies the left side, the right side of the cross. And on the left side is Malcolm. Hosea, 11th chapter, 10th verse, minus 1887. 1887. The year of Marcus Garvey's birth, 1887, equals 777. 777. And 777 is linked to the lion in this way. In the book of Revelation, 10th chapter, the book of Revelation, the number 7 should always be remembered as linked to the lion. In the book of Revelation, the 10th chapter, it speaks of, and I saw, beginning at the first verse, I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head. And his face was as though it were the sun, and his feet like pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little scroll open, and he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot on the earth. Again, when biblically references, or Quranic also, when references are made right and left, we must think immediately of the cross. And so he has his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roared. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. 7 thunders uttered their voices when he cried as a lion. So 7 and lion go hand in glove together. And the additional proof is found in the book of Revelation, the 5th chapter. And I saw, 5th chapter, first verse, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a scroll written within and on the back, sealed with 7 seals. The 7 seals spoken of in the book of Revelation is in the right hand of him that sat on the throne. And he says, I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the scroll, neither to look on it. 5th chapter, 5th verse. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the scroll and to loose its 7 seals. 7 seals and the Lion. Only behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the 7 seals. So the Lion and 7 go hand in glove together. We must not forget that. And how is it applied? Well, let's read in the book of Matthew 26:64, because it's telling us something very important about the season and the time that we're in. Matthew 26 chapter and the 64th verse. Jesus said, the question is asked, and I'll begin at 26:63. And Jesus held his peace, and the high priest answered, I adjure thee by the living God that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. And Jesus said unto them, thou hast said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, the right hand of power, Marcus Garvey, and coming in the clouds of heaven. Now, let's examine something mathematically to prove the link. 2664, Matthew 26:64. We subtract 1887, the year of Marcus Garvey's birth, and we get 777. Now, is it adding up? Are we finding that the number 7 is linked to a lion and the 7 thunders, which is associated with Marcus Garvey? This is telling us something, that the coming of the Son of Man, who is sitting on the right hand of the power of the Most High, is, and we know now, the right hand, Judah 40, is in reference to Marcus Garvey, and the number 777. This is knowledge that's being revealed to you because of 2 things. One, you're reading with African reading glasses on and discovering that behind these zodiacs are contemporary African characters. And number 2, you're understanding the mathematical language of the Bible and the Quran. And it's the sum of addition, of testing, just asking and posing the question and knowing who the Bible is about that gives us our correct answers. The 7 seals, the 7 thunders associated with the lion. And so now we're going to prove the Christ. Now that we have established the identities of the 4 creatures, Malcolm X, born Taurus, Zodiac, Ox, Martin Luther King, the man, the lamb, died April 4th, 4 and 4, 144, 441. And remember, the number 144,000 that come out of the Great Tribulation, whose robes were washed white in the blood of the Lamb, is in reference to Martin Luther King, whose zodiac is the Lamb, the blood of the Lamb, and who was crucified on April the 4th. And in this year, 2010, April the 4th was on Easter Sunday, resurrection. Now we've demonstrated Marcus Garvey, the right side of the cross. 40, Judah, is a representation of 1940, the year that Marcus Garvey was crucified in London, England, at the age of 50.